Well, thank you very much. Normally I'm a one-line comedian, but tonight I've done a whole gram. So just wait for it to kick in and buckle up. So Watford, I've not been to Watford for a long time. I walked through the Harlequin today, and as I was in there, I saw there were some carol singers, and they were singing, they were collecting for dementia and Alzheimer's, and they were singing Do They Know It's Christmas, and I thought, probably fucking not. And then I looked at myself and I thought, you know, I don't know how I've become this really like gringy, miserable person and selfish in my life. This is how selfish I am. I took myself out of a wank today. Probably the best part of the day ruined. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll go back to my childhood. So you guys, you can be the judge. But before I start, I've sort of done this set on the fact that there's going to be loads of guys in here. I've got 80% women. So what I prepared earlier, I'm right out the fucking window. But so I'll go back to my childhood. I grew up as a good old Catholic boy in a Catholic school. Bible studies every day. Just wish the priest wouldn't ram it down your throat, though. I grew up, my parents, they were really poor. We couldn't afford a dog. They made us walk the plank. Oh, come on, this is only my 8th gig, please. Christmas was really difficult for me, being young. I used to lay awake all night long waiting for Santa to come. Unfortunately, there's no other part to that sentence. But years later, you know, after we got dressed and left, it was different. Years later, I suddenly, you know, it was okay, I found out it was actually my dad. My dad, he was a very tight person. He wouldn't let my sister go to Brownies. He said it was an after-school club for Asians. Oh, I see that divided the room there, didn't it? So that's kind of like my childhood. I remember getting to 16, and my dad said to me, listen, he said, I've made a few quid. It's your 16th birthday. What would you like? I said, I don't know. I said, I want to watch. So they let me. It's bad when you laugh at your own jokes, isn't it? Nowadays, you know, I've got to do that bit because that's going to go totally wrong. I've grown up a little bit now. Do it. Are you sure? Yeah. I started dating when I was about 16, 17. You sure you're going to go for this one? Positive. But the biggest problem for me was I had a real fear, a massive fear of meeting fathers-in-laws. So I just dated black girls. He asked for that. So anyway, I've kind of grown up now. I've got married, different world. As you can see, I'm definitely sort of a selfish, bigotry sort of person. My wife, she came in the other day and she said, listen, you just don't listen to me, or you don't listen, do you? I just, here we go. She said, I got up this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I let the dog out for the week, I got the kids up, I got them dressed, I took them to school. On the way to school, the light came on the dashboard of the car. I got them to school, I went over to work, I got to work. When I got into work, my boss just doesn't appreciate me. I've been 9 to 5 all the way through. At lunchtime, I drove off, went to the dry cleaners, came back, and she's on. And then I come home, I make your dinner, after I make your dinner, I make all the beds, I put the kids to sleep. By the time I go home, then we just sit down and watch a film and I fall asleep. And she said, what have you got to say about that? I said, no, darling, what light came on the car? You know, that's kind of like my life. Mind you, I did have one bit of luck today. When I was down at the bar earlier, a lady, she came up to me, she said, I think you were probably quite a handsome man when you were a bit younger. Oh, I said to her, do you want to see a picture of young me? She said, yeah. So I showed her a picture of a Chinese man. My name's Dave Jordan, thank you very much.